Good morning. Good morning again. All right, so enough screwing around, it's time to skate. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but it's gonna be awesome. I hope. I feel like today could be a tutorial video, but I'm thinking maybe we do drop-in. I mean, can you really have enough drop-in videos? But I think there's a couple of things that maybe I picked up along the way that I could share with you. One of the things I've seen in most drop-in videos is where somebody will start on the flat ground and just show you how to smack your front trucks down. You know, you're here, you just go. Basically to give the idea that you better put a lot of weight on that front when you come smacking down. This is where I would start if I were you. If you're gonna be a drop-inner or a person that drops in, start on a bank, of course, but I would drop in here a bunch. I noticed that if you look ahead and maybe not even think about the drop in itself, but look about where you're going. Now, you don't even have to drop in at first. If you just want to roll into this, you could do that. That gives you an idea of the speed anyway. So you could do that a bunch of times. All right, I'm actually going to try to drop in here because I kind of want to see if I can do it. Start with that, and then if you have a chance to find a 2-foot quarter with a coping, that would be ideal. But I only have a 3-foot, and I learned on a 3-foot, so I'd say 2 or 3 foot is fine. So I'm going to show you some dropping in action from there. And I think what you'll notice is you'll see what I mean by commitment, because I am so far out over my board when I go to drop in that there is no way I can fall backwards. I think this will work better because I'm facing you here. So yeah, just watch my body position. You'll see how far out I get over that board. But what's interesting is if you look at my head doesn't move that much. It's like my body comes down. You know, I almost get into like a side squat position. So I'm literally leaning out, and then when it gets to that point, I just smack my foot down. It is super easy. But you got to have it in your head that this is where you're going. Your life up here on the top of the ramp is over. So you're an inner ramp person from now on. Okay, so anyway. So now we're going to take it right up to the 4. After I dropped in on the 3, something clicked. Okay, you'll get it right away. It almost reminds me of like maybe learning to swim. You go from a person that can't drop in to a drop-inner, or a person that can drop in. So you'll see me lean out way over the ramp and just smack my foot down. All right, we'll just do 2 of those, but you get the idea. So I would say the main aspect of that is to get up there, lean out way over your board, smack your foot down, and then everything's gonna be okay after that. As long as you lean out and smack down, you're good. All right, so let's do another type of drop-in, the axle stall position drop-in or the 50-50 drop-in, whatever you want to call it. I've heard it called both. So this one's been kind of dicey for me up until the man from Colorado told me about the cross lock, okay? And I'll explain that in a second. But let me show you what we got going on here. This will be let's call it the axle drop-in, okay? You saw me take a lot longer because I wanted to show you that it's really all about getting that crosslock and the balance. I would say go up there without the board, right? There's no reason you need to start with the board. Hell, even on the drop-in. If you just get used to doing that, maybe I should have put that in earlier. Let me do that real quick. But you can pretend like the board is under you, pretend like you're dropping in. Maybe do that like a dozen times because it then gives you an idea of how much speed am I coming out of there, because you do come down and kind of get into like a light jog. Just start there, rotate in, and then run out of it. And just do that a bunch. If anything, it'll get you comfortable with getting used to starting up here and ending down here. Just so you kind of get used to the journey, the trip, the travel, whatever. So let's do 2 here. All right, so obviously that is way too far up on the deck. If you try to turn in right now from this axle position, see that back wheel is gonna wanna go and stay at the top. So what I would do is you can start here, and when you're standing on the board, slide that back truck out, right? So now the back truck is all the way out, so the wheel is hitting the top of the coping. This one is the opposite. Your front truck is all the way up there, or far up there, pretty good, right? So it's a crosslock, because that way when you drop in, look, see? There's no hang up because that wheel is already in the bowl or the ramp or whatever, right? Okay, so you're up here. Take a second to kind of get your balance. Slide this out. And then you can feel it tapping, right? And then you rotate and make sure you get low like that, and then drop in. Get your board on there. Slide this back foot out. You can even hear and feel the tapping. Rotate and drop in. One of the things I did before I even dropped in on that was just to get in that cross lock position and just hold it. That's enough for today. Thanks again for watching. If you want to see more videos, you know what to do, and I'll see you next time.